First and foremost, I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makakadash, Shalom to the elders wa Akim wa Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson of this recent news articles from the time of Israel.com. As we definitely been seeing the increasing escalations between Hamas versus the Israel Defense Force of an increasing cross-border conflict throughout that whole region over there in Western Asia. And it reads, northern towns rocked by heaviest Hezbollah barrage since outbreak of war. It says no injuries, but buildings and largely evacuated of Karalat Shemona, if I pronounced that right, suffered damage, and at least 34 rockets was fired from Lebanon day after Israeli scraped Hezbollah man and two others. It says sirens sound repeatedly in northern Israel on Wednesday as rockets fired from Lebanon plunged the town of Ras and Harn and Kiryat Simna in a major escalation of violence along the restrictive border as Israel top general vows that the country's military was prepared to battle the Hezbollah group even as heavy fighting persists in Gaza. It says no injuries were reported in the attacks, which apparently marked the most. Salakia, I guess it was loading back up. It says, I'm going to read it again. It says no injuries were reported in the attacks, which apparently marked the most intense volleys under northern Israel since the region was plunged in October 7th. Israel responds to the attacks with the airstrikes on southern Lebanon. The uptick came after an alleged strike kills a Hezbollah member, as well as his brother and his brother's wife, and with Iran's vowing revenge for the killing of a senior Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officials in Syria, which has blame on Israel. At least 18 rockets were fired at a coastal Ras Killer at 10 a.m. on Wednesday in the attack that Hezbollah claimed that was aimed at an Israeli Navy base in the area, and that 6 of the rockets were said to be intercepted by the Iron Dome air defense system, with several others falling in open areas. Several hours later, in a second barrage of fire in the city of Karalat Shemona, 6 of the rockets were impacted in the city, caused the damage to residential and infrastructure, while another 4 landed in an open area within the Mochinpal boundary. Officials said the additional 3 rockets were intercepted by the Iron Dome, with the remaining landing in open areas. I got that Joel, as usual. It's the book of Joel, chapter. Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye that amongst the Gentiles prepare war. Right, as we continue seeing the increasing escalations, cross-border conflict between the Hezbollah army versus the Israel Defense Force. I would say throughout Lebanon, southern Lebanon, central Lebanon, in the cross borders of South Israel, Central Israel, and throughout Israel, throughout Jerusalem, throughout the Gaza Strip, throughout the West Bank, throughout the Palestinian territory. So throughout that whole region, you definitely seen the increasing escalations between Hamas versus the Israeli Defense Force of that increasing cross-border conflict. And this is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. I'm going to read it again. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. Joel 3 verse 10, and it reads, Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pruning hooks and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article of the latest installment of the escalations between Hamas and versus the Israeli Defense Force of an increasing cross-border conflict. And it's been taking place ever since the October 7th incident. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakar Shalom to the elders, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf. And until next time, I will say Shalom.